Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News digital desk. There has been a problem in Geauga County that they're hoping can be combated through a fairly simple fix. Essentially, they've been noticing people are becoming less and less attentive for their court dates, whether that be for malicious intent or not. They've noticed it's been a big issue. So the simple solve that they've come up with is to establish a system where, like if you schedule an appointment for your doctor or for your dentist, you're going to get text alerts to remind you. So basically, a judge can know if somebody is intentionally missing or not now, because in many cases, people just forget. Standard traffic ticket, things like that, and a warrant can be out for them if they miss that date. But now, if you get the constant updates, you can't say anymore, oh, I missed it because I didn't know. Spoke with them a little bit earlier about this and how they're hoping this can change quite a bit in their county. Explain the purpose of this program and how you're hoping that it can help get more people to their court dates effectively.
Sure. And we applied for a grant in order to get the text messaging program that we will now incorporate into our process so that people will be notified of their court appearances by text messaging. As we were discussing it, we talked about the fact that a lot of other organizations within the service industry, such as dentists and hairdressers and whatnot, are able to notify people of their appointments by text messaging. And we are hopeful that that will cut down on missed appearances. On the criminal side of things, if a person misses their court appearance, it's quite likely that they could have a warrant issued for their arrest. So it's helpful for us to know whether it's a mistake that they've missed their court appearance or whether it's an intentional, they're intentionally avoiding the court. And if it's a mistake, we hope to cut down on these mistakes. When we have someone that fails to appear for their court hearing, oftentimes other parties, such as our probation department, such as the prosecutor's office, sometimes witnesses, their attorneys, a lot of other people appear. So if we have a defendant that fails to appear, it's not only wasting the court's time, it's wasting a lot of other people's time as well. The hope with the text message notifications is that, and just kind of circle back, but we also have to reschedule a lot of times their hearings. So, we're cutting back on having to reschedule these hearings. If we're able to improve appearances the first time around. And of course, we're cutting back on having to issue warrants and arresting people and bringing them up to court when perhaps it was just a mistake.
Yeah, time, money, resources. It's basically the big three there that you could be saving. Velta, exactly how will this work as far as actually from when they are informed of their date to getting that text message, and how many reminders could it be?
So first they have to sign up to receive text messages. Then when their first appearance or their hearing is scheduled, they'll get the first text message of when and where and the details of that hearing. And then 3 days before their hearing, they'll get another reminder, and then they'll get another reminder the day before their hearing.
Judge, this is it's funny because I feel like slowly different groups, organizations, areas have been adopting technology increasingly. This is the kind of the latest step in the courts getting on there as well. As far as actually getting people into there, are you hoping that the impact is immediate for getting more people at their court dates and in front of you and in front of your fellow judges? I mean, are you feeling like this could be a pretty immediate impact?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we had someone miss an appearance just yesterday. And this is as we're getting the system implemented. Hopefully we'll have it up and running very, very soon. We had someone miss their appointment yesterday. Once they were notified, they were about an hour away. And so we actually waited for them, or, we did other work, obviously, but we brought everyone back when they appeared. So that's an example of someone who wasn't intentionally avoiding us. It was just a mistake. So we're very hopeful that it will cut down on those types of things and make us more efficient and make it easier for them too, frankly.
So you mentioned that this is a grant that's leading to the technology, right?
Yes.
How much is the grant? Do you have that number on hand?
And it was not, that's another good thing. We were able to incorporate it in with software that we already have with our CourtView software. And I believe the grant was less than $10,000. Velta, you might know the exact amount, but it was less than $10,000.
Yeah, Velta, if you can speak on that and also what it's going to be like to get this online.
Yeah, so we are in the early phases right now. We're working with our vendor to get the test environment set up and do some internal testing, and we don't believe that it will be too much longer thereafter that we'll be able to implement it and to actually use it, in a production environment to be able to send those out and, starting with the criminal cases and roll that out to other cases, hopefully very soon.
Judge, as a judge, I'm guessing you hear quite often, and you spoke about that from a few weeks ago, people saying, I wasn't aware or I forgot or things like that. This eliminating that, what does that do for you? What does that do for your staff? What does that do for the court?
Well, if someone fails to appear, we issue a capias, a warrant for their arrest. And there are times, we have a felony criminal docket. There are times where people are intentionally avoiding the court and not appearing. This helps us, I think, separate the people who it's an honest mistake from the people that are avoiding the court. The people that actually forgot, that have a lot of things going on. I can certainly think of a few times when I received a text from my dentist's office and I said, "Oh, I'm glad they texted me. I would have otherwise forgotten." So those folks, I feel like we can be a little bit more confident when we issue warrants for people's arrests that they actually aren't appearing because they chose not to appear, as opposed to people who just made a mistake.
I love that. It's separating those two groups of people. It's clean cut and the easiest way to say it. And that seems like the most efficient way to say it too there. You both answered all of my questions here. I'll give you both the opportunity to say anything that we didn't mention or to bring up anything that we should have brought up during this interview.
I would just mention that we're grateful for this grant came through the America Rescue Plan Act, and that we are grateful that we were granted these funds, and we are very hopeful that this will make our court process more efficient, give better access to justice for the public, and engage with the community in a way that makes the courts more user-friendly and again, cuts down on mistakes and makes us more efficient.
Some more information on this available on our website right now at cleveland19.com. This stream ends. Our 7:30 coverage over on the CW begins in about 14 minutes, so hope to see you there. For now, I'm Jeff Sloss of 19 News. Much more to come both on air and online.
19 News, now streaming on Samsung Smart TV. Search for channel 1035.